What is going on, everybody? This is Dylan with Dylan Talks Tone, and this is your weekly guitar gear news update. We've got some interesting stuff today. New pickups, more new pickups, and a $5,000 Epiphone. So, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the like button if you like guitar stuff, because that's what we do here. And yeah, let's get into this here news. As you can see, coming at you from the van again today, because I just wanted to get out and be in the sun, even though it's freezing cold in Georgia again. So let's start today off with the White Light by Earthquaker Devices. Now, this is sort of like a reissue. They're calling it their Legacy Reissue Series. The White Light is an overdrive pedal that's already out, but they haven't made it for quite a while, and the only way you can get it is used, and it's pretty expensive used. So these things are going to be $159. I think they're limited to like 2,000 pieces. But then they're also probably going to do some of these with some of their, they're going to do this with some of their other models as well. So you're going to get these legacy kind of reissue things. They look very much like Earthquaker Devices. They made a couple of internal tweaks, adjustable compression, and a couple little things that I think you will find interesting. And I would imagine, they're implying this anyway, that you might ought to look out for more of them coming in the future. Very interesting stuff, $159. If I can find a link to these, I'll put them in the description, but it sounds like they're pretty limited. Did you know that Vox makes guitars? Still, or again, or now? Anyway, they are beautiful. Look at these things. This is the Guilietta model, and so you're basically looking at like a hollow body, slim sort of thing. Now, it's got a piezo pickup underneath the bridge, with a capacitor, a supercapacitor preamp system, meaning it doesn't have a battery. It's actually a capacitor that charges and stays charged enough to use for 10 hours at a time, which is very interesting. It's like that new Lamborghini has that too, a big supercapacitor. So anyway, this thing's really pretty. It looks fantastic. 310 millimeter radius, which works out to about 12-inch radius, 24.75-inch scale length. Just look at it. And it's like under $1,000. So I don't know. I'll take the pink one. Not gonna lie, I'd take the pink one. Reverend, of course, has a bunch of signature models with a bunch of different artists. Rick Vito and Pete Anderton. You can see the guitars. These are the ones featured today. You can see the guitars here. What is the Rick Vito double agent? But it's actually called the Soul Agent. So it's been switched around a little bit. You can see it's got the humbucker bridge. It's got a P90 in the neck. And instead of a stop bar and a tailpiece, it's got a Bigsby on it. So that's pretty cool. And then the Anderton model is a chambered Carina body, white limba body, and white limba neck with the blade humbucker and the humbucker in the neck. And it's pretty cool. Now, this guitar actually has a conical radius, like a 10 to 14, something like that. And yeah, pretty cool. Both of these guitars are neat, and they're right around $1,550, something like that, which, yeah, that's pretty sick. And they always come in amazing colors. And, you know, Reverend is very consistent. If you've never tried one, I recommend that you do so. We featured Reddick Guitars on the news before. You can see them here. They started out very simply, and then they made like a little bit fancier version, and now they have this kind of semi-hollow one with the, you can see the hole in it there. The trick to these is you can swap the pickups out from the back. So it's a very interesting thing. They're somewhere around $2,500, something like that, and it makes it to where you can swap the pickups out. I just wanted to feature it because, you know, that's an interesting feature that not very many people have. These guys, Somnium, that's about all I can think of that does this. And they have continually been upping their game with the quality of these instruments. Okay, before we get into the pickup stuff, because there's a couple really cool pickup things happening today, we have to talk about this $5,000 Epiphone. I'm just going to get the price out of the way right away so that you can comment about it appropriately in the comments, because I know you will. This is an acoustic guitar, Chris Stapleton signature, made in Bozeman, Montana. So this is not an import guitar. This is made in Bozeman. And as a result, there is a premium price on it. as well as the spec is very interesting. It's a 25.5-inch scale Gibson acoustic guitar with the humongous pickguard and the pretty finish and, you know, double bound and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's got all the things. I don't really know. A 12-inch radius, 20 fret. It's the thing. It's got LR Baggs VC electronics in it. It's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. And I know there'll be a lot of people that say things about having a $5,000 Epiphone, but this is a premium instrument. Comes in a case, all the stuff, just like an American Gibson. It's basically a Gibson, in my opinion. Anyway, I'm just saying this. It's kind of a Gibson acoustic with Epiphone on the peghead, really. It is in conjunction with their custom shop in Montana, made in Montana, $5,000. So, if you want to sing Tennessee Whiskey, all 3 chords, but do it in style, this is your jam. So Lari Barsilio plays an Ibanez. It's that purple telly looking thing with the roasted fretboard. Seymour Duncan has just come out with a new set of pickups that they use in this guitar, but you're going to be able to buy it separately. Now this is an interesting setup. So it's got a telly neck pickup. They are saying it's a Strat pickup in a telly, open top telly clothing and a humbucker in the bridge. So you've got that open top telly thing in the middle. But they're saying it's like a Strat pickup in telly clothing, which to me says, and looking at it, that the height of the bobbin is probably a little different, because in this format, that's what you would be able to do, is change the height of the bobbin and maybe the diameter of the magnets, to make it sound more stratty. We've done something similar to this in the past. The very cool thing about this is, and let me get this right, the middle pickup has Alnico 5 magnets beneath the low strings and Alnico 4 magnets beneath the high strings. That's on the neck pickup. And then Alnico 2s on the high strings of the middle pickup. So you've got these kind of combination magnets, 4s on the neck, 2s in the middle, and then 5s on the low strings of both pickups. Very interesting, kind of mixed up situation there. Probably to smooth everything out, even everything out. We've done experiments with that before. It's pretty cool. I think this is a really neat combination, and it would be interesting to try. The trick is you got to have a guitar that is routed properly for this, because both the neck and the middle pickups are going to be Telecaster. So if you have a Telecaster, sometimes you can take the pick guard off and it'll be routed in there, and you just got to get the pick guard that's cut for it, and you should be able to use this combination. This is pretty cool. You'd be able to put it right in a telly. Like I said, as long as it's routed for it. That's pretty neat. This is the one that really interested me, though. Okay, so EMG. We just did that video where we cut the EMG in half. This is a totally different deal. I think this is Alnico 5 magnets, but these are active EMG Jazzmaster pickups. And not only are they active, but they also have built-in boost circuits. So instead of the bass circuit up here in the switching, you have some boost circuits. So there is a presence control that fattens up the mid-range, a flat boost up to 12 dB. And then there is a expander, a frequency expander. So that must be like a low and a high pass filter, probably something like that. Yep, that's what it says. So that would make sense. Chunky and sparkly at the same time. Very cool. So you can get these things, just the pickups and the preamps, or you can get a loaded pickguard from EMG. Is this their first kind of offset guitar foray into the pickup market with this stuff, with active pickups? I would be interested to hear these, because I don't think they're, everybody's like, EMGs are always so metal and they make everything sound the same, but I doubt in this case. This is really cool. This is a really neat application of active pickup, especially with 3 different kinds of boosts in the preamp circuit. A lot of very interesting stuff today. I dig it. So we got fancy acoustic guitars. We got fancy pickup swap stuff. We got fancy pickups. Yeah, this is really, really kind of fun. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the like button. Use the links to shop around, even if you don't buy anything. It just tells the companies that you're interested in guitar stuff. I do appreciate it. Even if you don't buy anything, just click on the stuff and check it out. Also, we've got a live stream coming up tomorrow night. Leslie and I, our Q&A, we're going to talk about some stuff that I think you will find interesting. We have our podcasts on Tuesdays. I've got a pretty cool video coming out Friday and also one coming out on Monday. We have so much content right now that I'm pretty much shooting every day. So feel free to subscribe, like I said. And if you have any questions about this stuff, let me know what you think about this gear in the comments below, and we will see you tomorrow.